It's time for the mic drop. I ain't each show, but going deep on one topic affecting our community in hopes we can all learn a little more. Within the last few weeks, reports and audits at local schools have been released showing, to the surprise of no one, that Black, Brown, students with disabilities, and English as a second language students are suspended at disproportionately higher rates in Virginia's Arlington County and Maryland's Montgomery County school systems. Now, this follows in the wake of a similar report showing that students with disabilities in Virginia's Fairfax County school system are dealing with these same disproportionate rates. And I would have to assume their fellow Black, Brown, and ESL students are experiencing the same. So after learning these facts, or rather having them confirmed for me again, I have to ask again, how in the year 2022 is this still happening? And why? Why in Arlington County do African-American elementary school students, who make up 10% of the overall student population, account for 30% of all suspensions? And why are Hispanic students facing comparable rates? Rates that are consistent across all levels of schooling, and not just here in the DMV, but nationwide. And what I find particularly disturbing is that we know it's happening. We all know it's happening, and yet we can't seem to do anything about it. Oh, sure, the school systems talk of making changes when faced with reports like this, increased training for teachers and staff, trying to facilitate more interaction between teachers and parents through conferences and whatnot. Officials in Arlington County have proposed initiating a restorative justice program. But you know what none of these things do? Change the biases that some teachers and administrators hold towards these students. That is the problem. And I don't know exactly how you fix that, particularly when most people won't even recognize nor admit they even have these biases, let alone act on them. You can implement all the training you want. You can put in all the programs you want. You can have all the conferences you want. All of it is needed and all of it is great, no question. But at the end of it all, we're simply talking about how these adults view these kids. Because when they're not treated the same, that tells me they're not seen the same. Some deserving of second and third chances, others seen as problems to be dealt with. Now, I dealt with this when I was a kid. I knew I was walking a tightrope in school, and I knew that consequences of falling off of it would be far greater for me than it would be for my white counterparts. My parents let me know this. And my fear is that unless we get to the root of it all, then I'm going to have to do the same for my child. And I don't want that for either of us.